Okay, so here's the next list. Birds of a feather. Yeah, I got this input that he might get together with his friends and they do like sex rituals where they like it's I don't believe in that stuff, but I do know that when people decide to slander you to the gay community and you can't get a date worth to save your life and you're all PTSD'd out from when they made sure that you got swatted. Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole other subject. I'm not saying I'm a saint either, okay? I'm still going on here. Financial sabotage. I felt like jobs were disappearing. I got this input that maybe he'd gotten a gun, that maybe was that they were maybe doing meth parties, online hacking of my accounts, making sure I got cock blocked on online dates. The gang stalking I already talked about. I would go walking up and down the street, and people that it looked like maybe they knew were like literally following me, like one lane over in the street, just staring at me, like a whole crowd of people as I walked, doing my laps, my normal laps. Um, like 10,000 lies. Like it seemed like, he would lie about everything and ghost me and disappear and not show up, or just no, he wouldn't show up. He always had to. I was forced to always go to his house no matter what. I was supposed to take care of every little need he had, but could he be bothered when I had any kind of problem or crisis? No. I I would even want to charge my phone. I'd go over there and it seemed like he'd just come back from cheating on me yet again, all happy and laughing and, insulting me to my face and then saying me that I didn't hear it. Just over and over again. Gave me a pill, and then that was anyway the second time that we kind of messed around, and it wasn't, God, it just wasn't satisfactory. Come on, it's so selfish. Anyway, I just felt like I already told you I thought I was poison. He clearly had some addictions he was hiding, and it made it really kind of something he did to me really triggered my addictions and made everything worse. Um, Later on, after he tried to stab me in the face, he was all yelling at me that I had TROs. And yeah, I do have TROs, probably because of stuff that he helped instigate in the neighborhood and people getting the wrong idea and fucking assaulting me. Yeah, I told you I'm no saint. I have TROs, I have restraining orders, but usually it's somebody trying to cover up shit they did to me. And, which is, not always the case. But anyway, I looked up him and he's got a bunch and they were all brought against him. Anyway, and because Darvo is his main thing, Darvo is reversing, deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender. He did that all the time. I already told you about getting stabbed in the face, confrontations. Oh, yeah. So after he fucking messed me over, like fucked up my life for like 6 years. You remember I hadn't been with him for like three of those. I mean, barely. I was with him only a few times over those 6 years, like one time at the beginning. And then I don't know, I was stupid. I went back. I didn't know about narcissism. I went back 3 years later. Went back 3 years later after that, after a friend told me, why don't you just go see him? In religion that I don't belong to. I don't go to the group anymore, partially because of that terrible advice that he gave me. Yeah, anyway. So, and also I think that the slander that he did to me in the neighborhood resulted in that me getting swatted. And that's a whole other story. I think I told it in another video, but in case you want to hear some of it right here, here it is. I've been over to his house. I think that, I don't know if it was something that he put in my food so that when I went, we had, I'd been partying, and as I told you, I'm not a saint. I had my addictions and I was kind of partying, but something really messed me over that night. And I was acting out, having the worst because I've had autistic meltdowns my whole life, but this was like by far the worst. And I got swatted, I already told you guys before. They broke down my door. They grabbed my head and started slamming my head into the pavement and standing on my neck. And a year before George Floyd, I remember saying, I can't breathe, blah, blah, blah. Pepper sprayed. When I got home from jail, there were, my papers were strewn all over the floor. Hi, girl. She doesn't like it when I'm distressed. So anyway, and also she wants more food, but we're short on food because somebody's messed with my food stamps for the third month in a row. My food stamps are switched off again. Somebody keeps switching them off. I've never had that problem before. My cameras were unplugged. And somebody else in the neighborhood, after this other person in the neighborhood assaulted me, they drove up and they took the camera off my camera pole so that I couldn't get them on camera. I think it's the same guy that pulled a gun on me. Anyway, yeah, this neighborhood can be okay, girl. It's really funny of you. Place was destroyed. Oh yeah, my place was destroyed. Some of it I did, but it looked like they'd done a lot more. Let me see. My place is destroyed. So that was the second time I'd gone to jail. The third, that was only for 3 days though. The next one that was the result of all this shit that my incompetent public defender fucked up by making sure that I didn't get any disability exception. So they passed me off to another public defender. And when I told her about all this and how it didn't match what they put in the police report at all, that the police report had a few facts in it, but mostly fiction. And she goes, oh, well, there's nothing we can do about prosecuting those police officers because those police officers are all reassigned to other departments on the mainland now. And so hold on. I was just 3D printing my logos. I don't want them to fall off the table. So kind of cool, yeah. As you can see, I forgot to level I wasn't leveling oh, stop it. Don't do that. I need my charger cable, dum-dum. Here, get off my lap. Okay. So right here. See? Cool. Yeah. Amateurish, but for a 3D print. But anyway. Yeah, so but the third time they sent me to jail for all this shit, it was like 30 days, and boy, was that a nightmare. So anyway, yeah, and then I think I told you about the other incident that generated a lot of the trauma that probably made all of this worse, which was I met this lawyer dude who was a former judge, and through an organization, and because I was gay, they paired me up with a gay older person to be like my mentor. I went over to his house. He helped me with some stuff. I helped him with some stuff that he needed, supplies and booze and anything he wanted. And then he helped me with just advice, but basically was a leech on my life again. And then somehow magically got me, I don't know if he had any involvement with me getting paid back for the book or not. Anyway, so one day I went over to his house, and he handed me what he said was a muscle relaxer. And the muscle relaxer made me all like, the muscle relaxer, here, I wanted to show you guys my weird wall painting that I'm working on. I was imitating one of Derek Glaskin's artworks. I guess we're not really friends anymore after all the shit that went down between us, but I thought it would just show you. Yeah, kind of cool, some of my paintings. I'm just getting into it. I've never really been a painter. I've only ever done a few in my whole life. So I painted this on the floor, which is a crazy place to paint things, but I think like my tiger face right there. So remember, and then some ocean scenery. This is my tribute to Derek right here. Is this corner. I'm kind of proud of that corner right there. I think it's pretty cool. And I had it go up on the wall. Then I made a dragon right there. And then a bull. I'm working on a bull right here, a Taurus bull. And then an evil smiley faced narcissist dude. And then hidden under here, under my folding bed, I re-engineered my bed so it can fold down into the wall. But right here underneath this corner is a manta ray with a big round mouth, which it's kind of inaccurate anatomically, but it's kind of supposed to be a black hole. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, I was telling you about the lawyer, and so he drugged me, put me in a leather bag, and then took cell phone nudes of me because after he drugged me, I was all compliant. He told me it was a muscle relaxer for my sore elbow, but then after I took it, I was willing to do whatever he wanted. And after I did that, after I took that pill, he had me nude and he was snapping pictures of me nude with his cell phone. Here's me doing more amateurish painting on the wall. So, and then I have things just painted everywhere. So anyway, yeah, so he had me drugged. I was nude. Then he put me in a leather bag. He kind of made sure that I had a whatchamacallit. Oh, this painting's terrible. It's not supposed to look like a shoe. I'm still working on all that. So anyway, still working on all of this. So he put me in a leather bag, or I don't even remember getting put in a leather bag. I just remember waking up in a leather bag and I remember ripping out of it and him going, I've never seen anybody rip out of the bag that quickly, and then he kind of just said, oh, Adam looks good in chains. Adam looks good in chains. I remember him repeating that over and over and over again. It was just kind of a real trip. And I remember I kind of woke up later, and then I didn't really, for some reason, I wasn't really offended by it for a really long time. I just kind of compartmentalized it, I guess, in my mind. And then years later, when I got abused by this new guy, it really brought a lot of that stuff back and just came back way worse. Because when you have PTSD, it becomes, and it's repeated, it becomes CPTSD, which is way worse. It's upside down. So I'll put it on anyway. So yeah, anyway, long story short, I've been gang stalked. I've been drugged, raped, date raped before as a kid. I don't know if it was rape or just sexual assault by adults or people older than me, and which turned me promiscuous. So then I was having sex really young and taken advantage of, kind of in this hypersexual vibe for the rest of my life. It was a real kind of a nightmare. Yeah. Yep. And I'm going through it now. He stalks me. I go down the street and all of a sudden he's following me up the street. The cops don't do anything at all. He was supposed to be arrested. I mean, come on, people. What is with this fucking island? Not just the island. I don't think it's the island. I feel like it's the whole world. I think it's something to do with like narcissism and just, I don't know. I'm confused. Computer, set the lights to blue. So I'm done with it for now. I'm done with talking about it, I mean. But I might post more stuff later. Who knows? So love you guys. Aloha. Take care. And see you in the next video. Aloha. Adam Westish out.